Kevin Ryman, the man who stayed standing. In the final days of Raccoon City, when the storm swallowed the streets and the dead outnumbered the living, survival didn't belong only to the best. Sometimes it belonged to the ones who almost made it. This is the story of Kevin Ryman. Kevin wasn't a model officer. He had talent, natural, undeniable talent. At the shooting range, he proved it. In one quiet but unforgettable competition, Kevin outperformed some of the finest members of Stars, Chris Redfield, Barry Burton, and Forrest Spire. His aim was steady, his instincts sharp. But talent alone isn't enough. Kevin made mistakes. He drank more than he should. Nights blurred together in bars where he sometimes forgot to pay for his drinks, not out of cruelty but carelessness. A lack of discipline that followed him into every part of his life. He cut corners. He took things lightly. And when the time came to take the Stars exams, he failed. Not because he couldn't pass, but because he wasn't ready to be the man who could. While others rose, Kevin stayed behind. A regular officer in a city that didn't have time for almost. But then, everything changed. When Umbrella Corporation unleashed the outbreak, Raccoon City became a nightmare. Inside the RPD station, officers were trapped. Supplies were running low. Ammunition was nearly gone. And it wasn't just bad luck. It was design. Brian Irons, the corrupt police chief, had quietly ensured that officers wouldn't survive. Resources were mishandled. Ammunition disappeared. Because if the police lived, they might expose him. So the station became a cage. And inside it, fear grew. That's when Marvin Brenner stepped forward. Wounded but unbroken, Marvin saw something in Kevin others didn't. Hope. Around them stood what remained of the force. Elliot Edward, Aaron, Jean, Tony, and Rita Phillips. Not elite. Not stars. Just survivors. And somehow, they looked to Kevin. Because the legends weren't there. Jill Valentine and Brad Vickers were still alive, but not in that station. Not in that moment. That moment belonged to Kevin. Outside, Umbrella's special forces and mercenaries hunted anyone in uniform. Any officer could be mistaken for Stars, and that was enough to be executed. Inside, Kevin checked his weapon. Just a few bullets. For most people, that wouldn't be enough. But Kevin wasn't most people. When the shooting started, he didn't hesitate. One shot, one hit. Every bullet counted, and none were wasted. His movements were fast, instinctive, the kind of raw, reactive precision you might see in someone like Tom Cruise in the middle of chaos. The same man who failed exams was now outlasting trained killers. And in that moment, something became clear. Kevin didn't need to be perfect. He didn't need a second chance at the past. All he needed was to act when it mattered. Because Kevin's story isn't just about survival. It's about what happens after failure. Maybe you've made bad decisions. Maybe you've struggled with habits you wish you could change. Maybe you've missed opportunities. Or watched others become what you couldn't. Maybe in some way, you're like Kevin. But Kevin Ryman proves something important. Your past doesn't decide your final moment. Your failures don't define your ending. Because when everything falls apart, when the storm comes, what matters is whether you stand up. And Kevin Ryman, the man who almost wasn't enough, was enough to survive.